Okay, here's another video of checking out some tickers that I'm watching for cash card puts and cover calls for trading options. And what I'm doing kind of a high level overview. So this is not like a deep dive of tickers of stocks and ETFs that I keep an eye on that I may trade options on. So it doesn't mean I'm going to trade options on them, but it means I might. So enough about that. And my slides are out of order. So actually what I'm going to look at is Samsara. So Samsara, if you want to read this, is a cloud-based IT technology. So basically it tracks equipment, trucks, some different things, and then it sends that stuff up, and then servers gather that information for companies to monitor their stuff. And so it's an IT company. So you can, take a deep dive in that and read about it if you want. But what they're doing is pretty cool, actually. And it's not going away. So if you have a fleet of trucks, you're going to want to watch it like a hawk, and this company helps you do that. So there you have it. And don't forget to subscribe if you like this type of thing and watch me trade options and lose money and invest in cover calls and talk about stocks and some different things. And so that'd be great. And then this is not financial advice at all. This is just me talking on the internet and telling people what I'm doing. And I share the good, the bad, and the ugly. And getting back to this slide, this is not a trade alert at all. It's just me looking at tickers. So what I look for, kind of 3 steps here. I look for business stability. So I look at the revenue, earnings, is it an established company? And would I be okay if I own these shares? That's probably the most important. So not to get off on a side note here, but I may be the proud owner of some Robinhood shares pretty soon. I did a review of that a couple of weeks ago, and it looks like I'm going to be assigned some couple hundred shares. So, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it. So I wish I was assigned at a higher price, but I'm okay with it. But we're not here to talk about Robinhood. We're here to talk about Samsara. So I want to see what the analysts are saying. So these are supposed to be the professionals, all right? So are they saying buy and hold? Are they downgrading? Are the price targets collapsing? Are there any red flags? So we'll look at that, and then we'll look at the option liquidity. None of these matter if nobody's trading options on them. So that's important. So is there high interest, high current volume? Is the bid and ask prices tight? Meaning perhaps like the bid is 99 and the ask is like $1, like 2 cents. And then I look at the monthly expirations to see how much volume there is there. So let's go ahead and open up Yahoo Finance and take a look at Samsara. Okay, popped open the Yahoo Finance chart here, and I don't do anything super fancy to do deep dives initially when I'm watching these. So before I actually trade, sell cash could put or buy the stock, I will look more deep than what I'm doing these videos. So I don't want people to think that this is all I'm doing. And then it's like, yep, looked at this for 5 minutes. Good enough. I'm gonna, risk, $10,000 with this. So I do a little deeper dive. So I just want to throw that out there. So if you look at the 6-month chart here, so this is 6 months, you can see that in the past month or two, so this is January 7th right here, this little peak is taking quite the dip here from like 35 down to 25. So it's really gone down. And actually, I'll just let the cat out of the bag. I was selling some cash card puts back in here, and I had a cash card put right in here somewhere, and it shot way up here. And so overnight, they announced earnings in there. And was it back in here or was it back here farther? It might have been back here. So anyhow, wherever it was, I did okay. And then I haven't done anything with it since. And because I have so many other choices for options that I just haven't used this one. But that doesn't mean that I won't in the future, like maybe now. So anyhow, you can see it's done quite the dip here. And if we look at the 1 year, you see that it's, was way up here to like $60. And then it did this dip back in April, like everything. And it's never really bounced back. Like it came up a little bit, but never to those levels beforehand. And it's kind of been going sideways and everything, but it's done this big dip here. And I don't know how much lower it can go because this is a pretty good company, in my opinion. So if I look at the analysis tab here, so I like to look to see what the earnings per share has been. So this is the past 4 quarters. And you can see that it beats the estimates every single time. And back here, I said that it beat the estimate last time, not by a lot, but by a few cents, which is good. And this is quarterly here. So you can see that it's growing each quarter. The earnings are growing and the revenue is growing. So this company is growing. So the revenue is going up and the earnings are going up for the past year or so. If we click on annual, you see that revenue is growing each year, and they were losing money or they weren't making money. But in 2024, they started making money, and then 2025, they made money. So, in my opinion, that's a good thing. So, I like that. If you look at the buys and holds and everything, you have 22 ratings total. This is for February, so this is just brand new. This is current. If you do a little math here, so 14 buys and 5 holds, that leaves 3 left over. So there's 3 strong buys. And it's been pretty much the same over the past few months. Actually, it looks to be a little better than what it was a few months ago. So that's a good thing too. The other thing I like to look at is this price target here. The current price is down here at 25, and the analyst average price target is 48. So almost double of what the current price is. Now this here did catch my eye. Wells Fargo lowered the price target from 52, but down here, it didn't say that it went from like a buy to a hold or anything like that. It just kept its rating basically the same. If we expand that out, you see all these things here. It says like overweight and neutral. If you want to see what some of those things mean here, obviously strong buy, outperform. So overweight is still a green thing. So that still usually means something that is probably okay to own. And it says better than the peers, allocate more capital. So overweight, that's what that means. So I don't see any red flags here. And actually here for any underperforms, any sells, I don't see nothing here for the past couple months. The price target is almost a double of what the current price is right now. So that all looks pretty good to me. Let's look at the option chain real quick. Okay, I popped the option chain open here. Let's go ahead and just look at puts here. And let's see if it has weekly options. So it does have weekly options, which means it's a more heavily traded stock. I just want to look at the monthly options. Okay, I got the monthly options, February 20th. Let's go down here and look at the volume and the open interest. And the current price is like 25. So if I was going to do a cash secured put on this, I'd be looking at a delta about 20, which is right here. And that's the 23 strike price. And you see there's not a ton of volume there for some reason, but at 24, there's quite a bit. And this is actually kind of odd. Usually the volume is a lot more than the open interest. So I don't know why that's flopped. Maybe this isn't updated yet for the day. So I don't know for sure. But anyhow, there's quite a bit of volume here. I think I would be okay. Let's look at some weekly options here. So February 6th here, there's 1200 here. Let's hide that one. Look at February 13th. So there's quite a bit here. And let's go back to the monthly options. Let's go to March 20th. So now we're starting to see quite a bit of action. So everybody's interested in March here. It could be that earnings are going to be happening March 5th. So maybe people are backing off a little bit. I don't know. I talk about this in other videos that people ask, like, what do I pick for my expiration dates? I usually start looking about 6 weeks out, and then I will trade March 20th options all the way till about maybe 2 weeks before March 20th. Then I start looking at April options. So I'd like to stay a ways away so that the stock price has time to adjust if it goes the wrong direction. Gives me time to manage my trades better. And we travel a lot, so I don't want any short expiration dates where I got to kind of watch them more closely. Although during the wintertime, we might be home more often, but I'm getting off topic here. So anyhow, to answer the question for the options, yeah, I think we're good. So let's go look at like a report card here and see what we think. Okay, we'll come back to this. And these were my 3 steps, checklist kind of. So if I were to put green check marks or red X's or caution marks by any of these, I really don't have any. Although the only red flag I might have like right here, would be that the price has gone down quite a bit. And I don't really know why. I would want to investigate that a little further, maybe. But I would put green check marks by the revenue is improving and looking good. I would be okay owning these shares, especially like at $25. And the analysts, most of them are saying buy and hold. I don't see any major downgrades. I don't see any collapsing targets for pricing. I don't see any red flags really. In option liquidity, I would like to see just a little bit tad more, but there's plenty there to be able to get in and out of trades with. Let's look at one more thing, this bid and ask. And we'll just come back here. So we got a 150 for a bid and 165 for ask. So that's 15 cents. So you could probably get something in the middle. If you look at the last was $1.55. I'm okay with that. So that hits that check mark too. Getting back to here, I think we're good. This will be something that I add to my option ticker watch list. And actually, for transparency, I actually do have a couple cash card puts out right now on this that looks like it's going to be pretty decent. Looks like it'll either expire worthless, so I'll get to keep all the premium, or I'll probably close it earlier if my profit is up between 50 and 80% perhaps. So, okay, that wraps up this video. If you like this type of thing, don't forget to subscribe. And then remember, this is not financial advice or a trade signal or anything like that. It's just what I'm doing with my money. Be sure to make your own choices.